Hey guys, it's me Lakeisha from awseome, and I am so excited to bring to you another Girl Crush Series interview with an amazing coach that I love so much. She's actually residing in LA right now, so that's like even better. So just give me a second. I'm gonna invite her on right now and we can get started because I promise you that this is gonna be totally freaking epic. So let me invite her on. There we go. It is sent. And then, so I just bought a tripod, so I'm just like super eager and excited to be working with that right now. But then like now I can't see my laptop, so forgive me while I try to share this video really quickly. Boom. So guys, tell me how your day is going. It is Monday. Yay!
I was like, crap, how do I do this? My dog just freaked out. Wait, she's coming over. Wait for hi!
Oh, I feel like I know your dog so well. Like I see you walking him on Instagram and stuff.
Right? She's here. She's really confused because I screamed, so sorry. I know. Okay.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, honey. What's up?
Nothing much. I'm glad we are finally getting to do this.
I know. Can I tell the story of our last attempt?
Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to be on a Facebook Live. And I was straight from the gym, all sweaty. And I was like, girl, no, we got to reschedule. Like, we can't do it. Because my audience sees me like a freaking cow and sweaty. But I was like, your audience can't get a first impression of me. Like, nasty sweaty. So here I am, still in like yoga pants, but I have a little makeup on, so that's okay.
That's okay. It's totally fine. Because the first time I had to cancel because I had to get my wisdom tooth pulled, and now
oh God, I know, I forgot.
Getting it all together.
There's been 2 reschedules, and we're here, guys.
Yes.
We're here and we're
Third
ready.
time's the charm. Always.
Third time's the charm. Let's go.
Yes.
Ignore her. She's gonna be sitting here.
It's okay. She's super cute.
She's allowed.
Yes. So you are an empowerment and self-love coach for millennial women. How did you actually get started doing that?
Yeah, okay. So I've been working on trying to shorten this down because the story can be long. So
it's okay.
We'll backtrack a little. I graduated from Indiana University last May, so like just about a year ago. And I lived in Indiana and I moved out here right after I graduated by myself. I moved to LA.
Woo!
Where I'm at, and I know I did good.
Too.
I did good, and oh hell yeah! And I majored in apparel merchandising and fashion design. So I was coming out to LA for the fashion because you were not gonna do fashion in Indiana. You're just not. I'm trying to fix my setup. Sorry. Yeah, it's not a thing. So I went out here and I came out and I was in PR. And I was doing public relations and entertainment in the fashion industry. And it was all types of glamorous and, you know, everything on paper, I guess. I was interning with Beyonce's personal stylist, and I was helping out on the BET fashion show, the awards. I was helping out with that. I was doing all these cool things, and it was everything that, like, I wanted to be doing. And slowly but surely, there was, like, this void that was just not being met. Oh, I love Allison. Love you, babe. And it was like I woke up every day and something was just missing. And so over time, and finally it hit me in December, like, I hate what I'm doing. I still love fashion. I'm still super passionate about it, but like I was helping women on a very external level, right? Like with their clothes and the designers and the stylists and yada yada yada. And so I was missing that like internal, really deep connection. It just wasn't there. It was a lot of materialistic type of work, as you can imagine the fashion industry would be in LA. Yeah. So yeah, so I've always loved connecting with people. That is like my true passion. And I've been that voice and that psychologist, therapist for my friends, for my family, for everyone in my life. And so when I I had 2 jobs at the time in December, and I decided, it took me a while to decide, but I woke up one day and I was like, I have to quit. I have to get out. And I was getting sick going into work every day, like crying in the back. So I put in my 2 weeks at both my jobs, and I didn't even finish my 2 weeks because I got really, really depressed. And I just couldn't go in anymore. I was like, my body was rejecting all of it. So there was about a month of like sitting at home crying and doing a lot of nothing and figuring it out and figuring myself out and what I wanted. And I had to get a hold on my depression and my anxiety quite a bit. And then when I was kind of climbing out, I just kept asking myself, like, what's going to make me the happiest? Like, what do I love doing? I don't even care about money right now. Like, I started realizing that no matter what, I had to feel happy. It had to connect deeply with my soul or it wasn't worth it. So yeah, very long story short, coaching kind of fell into my lap. I tried to go back on it to interviews in the fashion industry. I thought maybe it was just like the wrong jobs, like I don't know, and they were horrible. I had an interview with a lady that is like, you know, Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
She's like the Miranda. She was like the epitome, and I left crying. It was like out of a movie. It was horrible, but she was like very typical fashion world, and I was like, this is not for me. And I kept getting little like hints of coaching in my life. It was like dropping hints, and I tried to push it away for a while because I was like, that's not a job, like no way, I can't do that. And then finally I accepted it, and my path just like aligned and everything opened up for me. Mind you, it's not just like, yeah, now I'm like a millionaire, but everything opened up as it should. And it was once I claimed that I want to do this, like coaching fulfills me, that everything started to feel really good and aligned. So yeah, that's how I got started.
Wow.
And now I'm here. Yeah.
Awesome. So how long have you been in LA?
So in less than a year. In June, it'll be a year. Isn't that crazy?
Awesome.
I know. It feels so
I
much
moved
longer,
here the end of September.
Oh, wow. So less than me, really?
Yeah.
Where were you before?
New York.
Oh my God. So you're like used to the city, but LA is totally different vibes, huh?
It's like sunny.
Yeah, it's like a beach set. Yeah, there's palm trees. I love it. I didn't fit into Indiana. I'm like at home here.
Me too. And now my sister's moving here, and I know that everyone else is just going to slowly start to follow, and it's going to be amazing.
Yay! My sister might be moving here too. Shut up.
Awesome!
Wow, we have to get together.
Yeah,
sorry. Anyway. I know, right?
So cool. So why self-love? Why is that so important?
God, because so in the middle of all this, like, oh my God, my job is making me want to cry my eyes out. My senior year of college, I had ended, I didn't end, he ended, but a relationship, a 3-year relationship. And it was very toxic, to say the least. And he was manic depressive and had signs of bipolar. So I'm sure for him it was very hard, and it's hard for him and on me, the that toxicness, and that, I don't know if you've dealt with anyone with a mental illness like that before, but it's a lot of blaming, and they make you feel like it's all your fault. And so there was that aspect. It was like an 8-month-long breakup of like toxicness and back and forth and like emotions and just horribleness for me. And then that pushed me into a pretty severe eating disorder. So all of this kind of happened at once. And I got super, super, super thin, like teeny tiny thin, and was still, I made a post about this if you saw it, but you know, so I got my heart broken and I hated myself afterwards. So I tried to control everything with food and my diet and the gym, and still hated myself. And then I'm thinking like, yeah, glamorous LA, like palm trees, the fashion industry, like it's gonna be amazing. And I love LA, don't get me wrong, but like still I got really depressed and had to quit my jobs, right? So there were all these things, like I was trying to look everywhere else to make me happy. I realized after getting out of the relationship, like I didn't like myself and I didn't really even know who I was after that. And so it all for me stemmed down to trusting myself and loving myself and just understanding myself. Like all of these things, like your self-integrity and all of that, I kind of talk about it like an umbrella term for self-love. So really all it took for me to start being happy and actually see the light at the end of the tunnel, if you will, was getting to know myself and what made me happy and actually caring for this woman that was inside that I kind of lost touch with, and finding her again. And I didn't even know what that meant at the time. So now I know, looking back and after, you know, working with the woman I've worked with, everything stems down to how you view yourself and how you feel about yourself and what you're doing to enhance that love for yourself. And maybe you don't even know who she is. And so a lot of it is about finding her again, right? So yeah, for me, very long answer, but it stemmed down to self-love in all aspects. And so I think it is the most important thing before all else. So yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah. I'm glad.
Literally, when clients come to me, sometimes we're just getting back down to them remembering that they are powerful, that they are worthy, that they are good enough, because a lot of the times so many different outside things actually hinder us in our growth growing up that we kind of forget to focus on ourselves and putting ourselves first and understanding that that isn't selfish.
Totally. And isn't that funny? Because as a child, I always think about this, like, you don't have a care in the world. Like, you're just so happy and you only do things that make you happy, right? Like playing with Barbies or whatever. And obviously now, like, we have responsibilities and things change, but it's like we lost, like, life just like killed us. Like every situation that happens just like made us so unhappy and grumpy and just like going through the motions and being on autopilot. And it's so silly and we're like trapped and a lot of people aren't even aware of it. And so you'll probably get women coming to you like, help me with my business, and then you'll dig deeper and realize that they still have mindset issues, that it's like you can't move forward though without tackling that.
And I think it's because a lot of the times we equate happiness with just childhood. And we don't feel like we can have a job that we're passionate about that totally just lights us on fire. You know, people hate Mondays and they thrive for the weekend and they live for those moments. And we
they live for that
we're supposed
of the weekend.
Right. We forget that we're supposed to have fun every single day, all day. And we lose that connection. So when we lose that connection, we lose our ability to keep moving forward and to grow and make happiness a priority.
1,000%. We are in sync. I love it. I agree.
Totally. So how do you deal with helping women? I see that you wrote a blog post about women dealing with comparison. So what do you say to that woman who's just like, oh, I'm watching this girl with this amazing body and she's making like $20,000 a month and I'm just like over here struggling in my business, like eating oodles and noodles for dinner?
Right. Because, well, one, I can talk to her because that was me and we're all human. Like we all still do it, but it's like catching yourself afterwards and not letting it like actually rule your life, right? Like accepting it and keep moving forward. But a lot of people can't do that. So that's funny you said that because for me, it was like eating oodles and like, that's just what it was. But for her, I would say, and this is like a popular topic right now, which is amazing. So I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it can honestly just be this simple of realizing that number one, everyone usually that we compare ourselves to are someone we see online, right? So if it's somebody that you just stalk online or follow online, you don't know her life. You just don't. If you just scroll through my Instagram feed, like just the pictures, you would be like, oh my God, she's so cute. She lives in LA. Like, she's got a great dog. Like, her life looks cute. But then you can like read my captions and see like, that's not true. Or you can watch my stories and get just like an inkling into the struggles that I've had and that I face every day. But if you weren't, and then even that is still very, very surface level. Like I do not go into every single day of my life struggles. And so if you think about that, if you take a step back and think about that, of like, I don't know her. I don't know her life. I don't know anything she's gone through really, and I don't know, not to be rude, but how honest she's being about where she's at. Like, you just don't know. And so I like to say you are where your focus is. So if your focus is solely on what everyone else is doing, or what this one chick Stephanie is doing, right? Like, you're really invested in Stephanie, you totally lose track of Jade, of, you know, what I'm doing and what's important to me. And so the first step here is I remind women, number one, you don't know her. You don't know what she's actually gone through, or what she's actually going through currently, right? Like, we all know this social media is like your best self, whatever. It's becoming cool, it's your now
highlight
to like
reel.
Yeah, totally. And like, I do it. I mean, I try to be as honest as I can in my captions and stuff like that, but I'm still putting up like the best of my photos, right? Like, it's one of those things. And so and even for your live, I'm like, I need to put on a little makeup, okay? But and so that's number one. And number two, if in fact Stephanie's a made-up person, so if in fact Stephanie is making like 20K a month, or she has the sick body, you've seen it, yada yada yada. Number one, you don't know how long it took her to get there, what the fuck she had to do to get that. And number two, does that mean that you cannot also be successful, and that you cannot also be happy and fulfilled? Like, is everything she's doing really taking away from everything you are doing and will be doing in the future? Like, it's not like success is like a bucket and she took half of it, so there's only this much left. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's there for the taking. So those two things are super important, because you kind of start realizing like, nothing she's doing really matters to me. I can still celebrate her and then also like keep going and find my own success. Like, it's okay. She might have told you she doubled her Instagram following in a month, but like, did you see the 3 years of hustle before that? No. So take everything with a grain of salt, right? And on top of that too, it's like, I don't know, I feel, oh God, I lost my train of thought.
It's okay.
I feel like it's just a funny way that we like to I don't know, it's kind of like our own fears and our own stuff inside gets pushed out on other people. Like, I hate this girl, you get bitter at this girl, or whatever. And it's a lot of like insecurities inside because I haven't made that success yet, or I haven't done this yet, right? And all of those things is just, it just doesn't affect you. It doesn't at all. And that's what I like to try to remind people. And then this is what I was going to say, but after, you know, we can get through the mindset issues type of stuff, it really stems down to being absolutely 100% clear on what you want for yourself. Because if you don't know that, you will be looking at Stephanie being like, oh my God, she's doing this, should I do that? Like, should I do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing, should I be doing that? But if you know what you want, who you want to be, what your vision is for your life, your business, your relationships, like, nothing can really shake you, because her vision is Stephanie's, right? And like, I can still keep going. So it's
definitely,
yeah, that's what I was gonna get to. My brain went to mush.
And I also say, just like, unfollow those people.
I have been doing that so much recently, and it's so releasing. You're so right.
I'm like you're triggering me.
Yeah.
I can't follow you anymore. I have
You're
to
making me feel like shit.
Like,
I want to stop.
Yeah, I'm like reading every single thing. I'm like going to people's comments pages, and it was all sorts of craziness. And I just got to a point where I was just like, okay, this person is not taking anything from me, and I need to learn to be happy where I am and understand that her getting there means that I can do it too. It doesn't mean that
or you can do more. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
Yeah, like that's so true. Like, she's not eating off your plate. She's just eating off of her own. I love that. I'm going to put that on a shirt.
And for me, like, I was super jealous because this girl was like traveling all over the place. And I was like, that isn't what you want. You just want to go to California.
I will do the same thing. And you know what's funny? I freaking hate planes. I don't want to travel because I don't want to get on a plane. So I'll sit there and be like, oh my God, she's in Greece. She's in Bali. And I'm like, first of all, planes give me anxiety and I don't want to go on one. Like,
yeah, I'm like,
stop it right there.
I was scared out of my mind just coming to LA, let alone going to another country.
Right? One step at a time. One step at a time.
Exactly.
Honey. Yeah. Unfollow it. Bring the focus back to yourself and your own vision and goals, and you'll be straight. Like, Stephanie doesn't matter. She's a beautiful woman, but she doesn't matter to you.
Yeah.
That's it.
And also, too, like, your people need to see what you have to offer. Yeah. Stephanie's great, and she has her audience, and then you have what you have going on.
Totally. And your audiences are different. They may overlap some, but they come to you for you and your energy and your personality and your voice and what you have to offer. And that's different than Stephanie. And they both can be beautiful and great at the same time. They could both keep going and keep growing. Yeah. And that's what's kind of really cool about the online space. If you don't let it like get you down and literally be life altering for you, it could be this magical space of everyone succeeding. Like you get money, everyone gets it. Yeah.
And totally. It's just that simple. And it's fun. And
it's
then
fun.
It allows you to get back to the place of service and why you actually started your business and not for all the glitz and the glamour of it.
Girl, yes. Preach that. Don't get distracted.
Yes.
Mother effers.
I know.
My words of wisdom.
Definitely. So on my Instagram page, I do daily quotes, all of my favorite quotes. So tell me, what's your favorite quote?
Oh, God. You're putting me on the spot.
The pressure.
You know what? I don't know if
Layla.
I know, love you, Layla. I don't know if I have a favorite one, but I can tell you like a favorite theme.
Okay.
The ones that discuss, and I'll put these on my page a lot too, or like just right on my, in my stories or whatever, the ones that discuss like, because I have to remember this every single day and I tell myself this every single day, like slowing down, and kind of what we were talking about, like not getting distracted, because I sent a newsletter out to my peeps, today, Monday, this morning, and it was all about like stopping the hustle and stop just being busy and just slowing down. Because when I slow down, like I literally even just feeling it right now, I will be productive. I will focus on what matters to me and not care about anything else in the world. And I will literally feel at peace and like ease my anxiety. So those are my favorite, like, because I can just read a quote about like the stillness and the inner calm and feel it. And so I love what it does to me in that sense. Yeah. What's your favorite?
Definitely. My favorite quote, well, right now, because I feel like it's constantly changing.
Right. Always.
It's every day and every way my life is getting better and better.
Oh, I love it.
And that's
I love
and
that.
I just feel like a lot of the time we get so caught up in what isn't going right, and we have to just constantly remember that we're always growing, we're always progressing, and that it's always just going to get better for us as long as we leave ourselves open for that.
Totally. And that's like, you are where your attention is too, because if you're always focused on this and this and this went wrong, what have you missed that went right? Because I know it's freaking there, and we never want to look at that stuff, but it's there. That's true.
Yeah.
So
we're like,
true.
I know that that's going really great, but this
happened and I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. Oh, I have one too. Do you know Brendan, I don't know how to say his last name, Burchard?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? He says one all the time that's like, no matter how small step you take, make sure it's a step that matters, or something like that. So that goes back to look it up, I butchered that, but it's back to
we get the gist.
You get the gist. Like, keep taking small steps. It doesn't matter how small, but just make sure they matter to you, your life, your goals, your vision, who you want to be, all of that. It's like the best. It makes me feel so good. Yeah.
And then a bunch of like tiny steps, as long as they're like going towards your vision. When you wake up, you're going to be like, holy crap, like this has led to this amazing, magnificent life. I always think back to when I was in New York. I was working the crummy job. I had the crappy boyfriend. you know, I had the suspect friends and all those things were going down. And I was just taking like little steps every single day to just be like, okay, I'm going to release this. I'm going to let go of the job. I'm going to start the business. And now I'm like, wow, I really live in California.
Right.
Surrounded by palm trees.
Right. And if I get caught up in like business stuff, that's so true. You can look back and be like, wait, a year ago I was in Indiana. Like, this is cool that I'm just in a different state. Like, can we do that? Like, you moved across the country. It's kind of kick-ass.
Yeah.
That's enough for me.
I didn't even have the courage to go away, like, for college. Like, that's how scared I was to leave home. I was like, no, I'm just gonna like go to community college and just like do it. And then I was just like, okay, I had enough. I went to LA once and I was like, this is where I belong.
I'm there. Feel that. Preach it. That's what happened to me too.
I want to wear yoga pants all day and hang out and just like relax.
Yes.
And I want to work from a Starbucks.
I want to have good weather.
Yeah, all the time. I never want to see snow again.
The day I threw out my car scraper to scrape off the snow was the best day of my life. The best day. I feel you, honey.
Yeah. Like, even coming here, like, I didn't even learn how to drive.
You didn't know how to drive?
No, I'm learning now. I'm like really excited about it. Though. Like, I just had a lesson. This is like
perfect example of like, look at all you're doing, learning to drive a car. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's scary though, because no, New York is probably scarier traffic. Yeah. Like, LA has traffic, but I mean like scary, like whipping around and stuff. New York is probably like.
You guys have way like LA has too many lanes for it to be like normal. Yeah, like New York has 3 lanes. That's it on the highway.
Really? But then wouldn't traffic get backed up?
Yeah, but it's like snail, so there isn't people just like moving all over the place.
Right. You're freaking right. Who do we call about this? The state?
Right? But the one thing I will say that's cool about LA is that people are not darting across the street because not everybody's walking.
Like pedestrians?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's in New York, they're like, I missed the light. I don't care. Pedestrian has the right of way. I'm going to dart across the street.
50 points, I'd hit him. I hit him right, and I'd just smack him down. That's not fair.
And I used to do that until I started learning to drive. And I was like, that's so dangerous.
Yeah, you can't do that. You wait for the little white guy walking.
I used to be like, nah, they're going to see me.
It's all right. Girl, welcome to LA. I've only been here a year, but that's my one advice to you. Wait for the pedestrian crossing sign.
Yes.
That's it. Best advice.
Definitely. And that was a learning experience. And, you know, everything in life is a learning experience. And it doesn't take, you know, getting the car that close to you for you to learn it. It's just, okay, every single step, we're moving, we're growing, we're progressing.
Right? Like, you didn't jump in that car and probably, like, be able to parallel park right away. Takes little baby steps. That's so true. With every single thing. With, like, a baby learning to walk. Like, with everything. It's not like you just pop out of the womb ready to go. Like, everything is growth.
Yeah.
And it's okay. We don't bash a toddler for not being able to walk right away, right? Like,
yeah.
If especially for your audience, like starting a business or whatever, that's a big deal. Like, give yourself a little credit and a little leeway because like you're building a business. That's a big deal. So we credit you, and you have to credit yourself and celebrate yourself too every little step that you take.
Yeah. And like there's so many people who don't even start it, who don't even like, they think about it, but they don't even like actually start it. So the fact that you got into that point, you're already ahead of the game.
It's so true. And if you're putting yourself out, like your voice, your real voice and your real message and your real energy and your real words, like all of those things that actually feel good to you. Oh, did something mess up?
I don't think so.
Can you still see me?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't see myself, so as long as you can.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
That's weird.
I'm just gonna, it literally is like the circle of doom, like that reboot sign.
No, you're good.
Yeah. Okay, well that's fine. So, I'm just really confused. Oh!
She exited us, but we shall invite her back on. So guys, whether you're watching this live or watching the replay, please feel free to type any questions that you have for myself or for Jade in the comments below, and we will definitely answer them. I am so excited for you guys to be here with me because this is what I love. Literally, like ever since I was a little girl, I had a radio show. Me and my sister would interview each other back and forth. Literally, we were so creative to the point that we recorded our, my mom bought me a karaoke machine. I'm like super obsessed with karaoke. And we would record our own commercials. We would perform our own songs. And let's just be clear that neither one of us are a great singer, but we never cared. It was all about putting on a good show. We would interview each other as different celebrities and then like sing during the commercial break. Everything was so freaking dramatic. Literally, like, as I got older, as I started forming my business, I'm like, I need to be interviewing just like badass women in the online space all the time, because I think it's so important and critical that we realize our power and we realize that we can do, be, and have everything. And the more we actually focus on getting women to, I have no idea how to add her now, but the more we focus on getting women to learn to show up for themselves and be that person, we will realize how powerful we really are. So guys, just give me a second so I can figure out how to get her back on. I don't know. It won't let me add you. That's super weird. There we go. It says I can't bring you on. That's super sad to me right now. It doesn't want us to be great. Okay. Guys, just bear with me. That means it's going to be even better when she actually hops back on. Let me see. It's just saying that you can't join. That like you're not camera ready. Try to log out and log back on to the feed, just like closing Facebook and coming back again. So maybe we can try over. Guys, I've been drinking like this ginger thing to help soothe my tummy. It's so good. Like, I feel like ginger gets a really bad rap because it's totally delicious. But we're gonna work on this, guys. Oh, also, I just want to let you know that I am opening the doors again to my monthly membership tribe called Listen Up Universe. It's a $37 monthly investment, and I promise you, you want to get your butt in there. The ladies in there are quitting their 9-to-5s. They're going out there. They're getting better jobs. They are actually living out their life. One of my clients, she's actually, she lives in Canada. She just came back from teaching in Italy, and now she's looking for her next abroad program that she's actually going to start working for. It's totally freaking amazing. She's teaching English all over the place, and the women in there are freaking badasses, and I am coaching them powerfully. I'm showing up all the time for them and really just helping them get to the next level in their life and their business, because I am a no BS excuse type of chick, and I know that you are too. So let's get you in the group and literally starting to work on your dreams. You get weekly coaching from me. You get weekly journaling prompts, you get daily accountability, and all the support and things that you need from myself and the ladies as well in the group, because it is an amazing sisterhood of women all about helping each other thrive and not allowing us to fall by the wayside. So if you are interested in that, you can message me or you can comment below. Again, the name of the group is Listen Up Universe, because it's all about us raising our frequency together in order for us to create an amazing, amazing world that we all want to be in. There we go. Woo! Woo! It's adding her now.
Ah! What the heck? Jeez Louise! Everyone was waiting for my speedy return. I'm here.
Yes. Awesome.
We did it.
Yes. Even better. So my next question is, what is your favorite book?
Ooh, Power of Now. That's such a... I'm going to say two. You already know. I'm going to say two. The second one has nothing to do with it. Stop it right now.
Yeah.
No. You know what? I'm going to give you two. And the second one doesn't have anything to do with anything. Number one, did Power of Now not change your life? Like, yes.
Yeah, totally.
That was part of the reason why I wanted to become a coach, for sure. Because I was like, holy shit, I can feel this vibrating through me. I have to speak it. And number two is Harry Potter. Always and forever. I literally have a Harry Potter ring on. I wear a Harry Potter bracelet every day. It's my whole life. So we're going to stick with the first one as far as relevance. But yes, Harry Potter has my heart and soul.
It totally helps with creativity.
Yeah, also it helps me escape into a magical world. So
yeah, I have never read it because
oh my god.
Don't hang up.
Suddenly Jade's not connected.
So when Harry Potter came out, they were just like super thick, and I was like, I'm not reading that.
Thick books are my life.
Now I would totally. I'm gonna read them. You know what? I'm gonna make a commitment. I'm gonna read Harry Potter.
If you read the first one and tell me you don't feel good inside. Okay. It's also different though too because it comes from your like for me, I've been reading it since like goodness, fourth or third grade maybe. So it was like my childhood. So it brings back all this nostalgia, man. But you'll still love it. You have to read it. I have like there's an illustrated version of them that I have. I went to Harry Potter World for my 23rd birthday. Oh! That's what I want to do for my birthday. Not go out, go to Harry Potter World.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a problem. You have to read it and tell me how you feel.
Yeah, I will. Definitely. Okay. I will.
But Power of Now, if you want to get technical.
Yes. Definitely. The Power of Now is so good. I have 2 copies.
Oh my god. Why?
Because
one to read, like one to draw.
Always, yeah, totally. And there's always someone when I'm like, oh my god. So my old like favorite book used to be You Were a Badass, and I told somebody about it, and I let them read it, and they never gave it back. So then I bought The Power of Now, and I was like, oh no, this is the book.
You have PTSD.
And then I was like, yeah, I was like, let me buy another one just in case someone wants to borrow it, and they never give it back. Because I feel like this book is super important to life.
It's so important. My friend lent hers to me, and I was like, screw this. I need to write all up in it and highlight everything. So I bought my own copy, and like, life-changing. Everything about my life.
He talks about time and it just not being real. And I was like, I mean, Einstein said it, but this was just like, subconsciously I accepted it.
Yes. And like it took me forever to read it, and right now I'm still like going through the ending because it like almost loses me some parts of it, but like it's just the way he puts it, you have to like sit there and think about it for like a good hour. Like I would literally read a sentence and just kind of sit and stare at a wall and be like, shit. Like everything
mind blown.
Literally definition. It's nuts. So if no one has read that, highly recommend from both of us. Yeah. There's no other way. Definitely.
Have you read You Are a Badass?
No, but I know it's like the go-to for everyone, so I know I need to. Everyone reads it and takes freaking Instagrams of it.
I had read that like in my early stages, so at the moment it was like,
it was
and then
new,
after that I like read Think and Grow Rich, and I was just like, oh, totally obsessed.
Girl, okay, that's next on my list. Don't worry, I have a huge pile over there, but I'll just add it right to it. Books to read.
My family was like, what do you want for your birthday? I was like, either a plane ticket somewhere or I want books.
Oh my God, yeah, books.
Books.
Is that weird? I don't think any other human would say books over like plane ticket, but
and it's super
books.
weird. So I kind of got both. I went back to New York for my birthday, which was not as fun as it sounded because it actually ended up snowing, and I got books.
This is why we need LA.
Yeah.
This is why.
Yeah. So I told my family going forward, all holidays, we're doing it here.
Everyone could just come to me. 1000%. I'd be fine with my family coming to me if everyone got a hotel and no one bothered me. My dog really wants to come over here.
Aww.
She's been rolling around behind me and very distracting. So she's here.
Yes, she wants to be a part of the club.
She is here. She is part. She is one with mom.
Definitely. So what has been your biggest lesson so far in your business or in your life in general?
I guess the biggest lesson, definitely within this past year, that has shaped me, kept me going, all of it, why I'm a self-love coach for sure, is everything, every external thing and people and all of that will come and will go. Some will stay, right? But you are forever. And that's kind of part of the power of now, is like not the mind, but you are eternal and forever. So you have to love that person. You have to take care of that person and listen to her and give her space to love and to feel joy and to get rid of these thoughts and stop living from your mind, right? All of that stuff that Power of Now talks about. For anyone that hasn't read it, this is what it is. And it's been so, like my armpit. Hey, you're ruining everything. Stop embarrassing me. Everything so far kind of stems down to that, is like, I am eternal, my soul, my all of that. And what kind of person do I want to be? What kind of legacy, I guess, or soul do I want to leave behind, right? And so if I'm not being this best, most aligned human that I know I can be, I'm wasting time and I'm wasting my life, really. So it's imperative for me to enjoy and to find that fulfillment in my soul, no matter what's happening, no matter what external comes in. I have to stay still. That goes back to like my quotes that I love about just staying still, and Tony Robbins calls it unshakable. So you know what, like no matter what comes in, you are unshakable. Even if there's, you know, you can feel pain, you'll feel pain and all of that, obviously, but it doesn't shake your core. Your eternal soul, you're still standing and you're there and you're okay. And that has been the most important and beautiful lesson for me, because before I would let anything external that was like shitty circumstance just take over my life and be the worst thing in the world, right? Which we all do. Like, traffic stopped. Oh my God, this is horrible. I hate my life.
There's no coming back from this.
I will never be happy again, right? Like the drama.
Oh my God. Oh,
so true.
I used to be so freaking dramatic.
So dramatic. Like I'm still dramatic, but now in a funny way. Like I'm really expressive and like, oh my God. But I was so dramatic about like my toenail paint chipped or you know what I mean? Like the dumbest of things. And that is now like getting it all out. Getting back to my center, all of that is like most important. And that's what I want to help women do, is be unshakable at your core, because that's really all you have is that inner essence that is unshakable and totally eternal. So
totally. Oh my God, I totally love everything you just said, because it's so important. It's so freaking true.
Important.
And I think that as women, we get sidetracked. We get so focused on feeling like we need to nurture and cater to everyone else that we forget that we're human too, and that we need love and attention and compassion.
We need love and attention, like, from others, but, like, from ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because some people then will look for a man to give it to them.
Yeah.
Or, do you know what I mean? Or look for a title, like a job title, to make them feel that, right? Like, so that's all it stems down to, is, like, making sure that you first can nurture yourself and do that for yourself, because then like, you won't even see these, like, stupid men that try to come into your life. Like, you're not even on their level. You're up here.
Yeah.
You just go right past, right? Like, all of these things won't matter if you are nurturing and loving yourself first before anyone else can do it for you, right?
Definitely. And sometimes you got to learn it the hard way.
You probably will learn it the hard way. A lot of times there's no other way.
But now, like, I think it's an Iyanla Vanzant quote, and she's like, when you see crazy coming, cross the street. And she's like, it's crazy, and you just have this desperate desire to fix these people. Stop it.
Yes. Because you think, though, but because that helps, that fixes your worth. That makes you feel worthy. If you can fix them, you feel worthy. So it's all about how you feel about yourself.
Yeah.
All of it. And people hate that, because it's like, I did not attract this bad guy because I'm bad. Like, it's all his fault. Well, a lot of it is just a reflection of you. And you're right. If you see it coming, you have the signs, you know.
Yeah.
And if you are not at peace with you, if you feel really, really insecure, if you're looking elsewhere besides yourself for your worth, you're going to attract the crazy, the sour, the negative, all of that BS, for sure.
Yeah. And then
Cross
you just
the street, honey.
Clean up your side of the street.
Totally. Nurture it. Plant some flowers there.
And then know that, like, the past doesn't define you, and that you can come through anything, like a freaking phoenix.
That's what people focusing on, like, past, future stuff should totally read Power of Now. That was, like, mind blowing.
Yeah.
Because like, none of the past, like, it's not really real. It's not concrete. Like, that. It's not real, and I can't even explain it in the way he does. So it's true, though. You're not the past, and you can have a goal for yourself for your future, but still, you are only here now. So
this very second,
you better take care of yourself now, or your future is gonna look like shit.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Definitely.
Shit.
And it's also the idea that what you do right now is what happens in the future. It's all just those tiny steps. So if you're thinking about, I want this, if you're focused on lack, like, you should get more lack.
Yeah, totally. And it's like, people will know that, but, like, to actually stop and think about that every single day, like, or, like, at the end of the day, like, how did I live today? Where was my headspace? Was my headspace, like, super negative, focusing on everything I have to do this week, like, really stressed, really overwhelmed, like, antsy? I call my mind frenzy, because I can feel it going, like, a mile a minute, and just, like, fanatic. And I always have to be like, a pause, because if I'm in that space, I'm not conscious, and I'm on autopilot. And once you do that over and over again for a set amount of time, suddenly, like, that's your future, and your future just turned into, like, worse on autopilot and anxious and all of that, right? So you have to stop and question, am I living at my best? Is my mind space okay? Am I living from here and not from here? Like, all of that is the self-reflection and the stuff that's not so fun, right? Like, reflecting on yourself. What people don't want to do is, like, sit and think about themselves. That seems so scary for a lot of people, but for my clients, I try to make it fun. As fun as possible to, like, reflect on yourself. But it's like, you have to. You got to. Every single day, or you'll keep going on that autopilot. Yeah.
And sometimes 100%. It's crying, but when I'm done, like, the other day I was like, oh my God, what the hell? And then I, like, came out of it, and I'm like, I feel better now.
And you keep going. It doesn't keep you down. It's just, like, you move through it. Totally.
I need to let
you
the
feel it,
go.
let it go.
And then keep moving, and know that I'm totally freaking human. It's gonna happen.
Totally.
I'm not gonna be like bouncing off the walls, happy every single second of every day.
You're not a robot that's programmed to be unhappy all the time. Honestly, because you wouldn't want to be. If you could choose all the emotions you felt, which really you can, if you had like a platter of emotions, like you can choose. Because a lot of times we just react, and that's just what we feel. You can choose, but you want to have those times of sadness and reflection and the tears. Like, I feel better after that. You're so right. And like, there's a time and a place for it, though, you know. And at a funeral, you don't want to choose happy, right? Like, there's a time and a place for all of it, and like, it's just not staying there. It's going forth. You don't stay in those feelings. You keep it. You feel it, let it go.
Yeah. I always think like it's like a movie. Like, sometimes I want to watch a comedy, and then other times like I want to watch The Notebook and I just want to cry, and that's okay.
Girl, yes. Somebody asked me, this might have been an ex of mine or like a guy I was seeing or something, like, why are you choosing to cry and watch The Notebook right now? I'm like, you don't get it. You don't understand, okay? Some nights call for chocolate wine and The Notebook, and I want to sob. That's fine. I feel good after sobbing.
Totally. I'm just like, it's like, you ever heard the theory about the bag of potatoes that you're like carrying around as your baggage? I feel like after I cry, like I've just dropped a couple potatoes.
Yeah, just a few potatoes.
Just a few.
Just a few. There's still like 5 in there, but there's a solid 3 that fell out.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's much lighter
For
now.
sure. Yeah, I feel it. So if you take anything away from this, people, have a good cry. Drop some potatoes.
Yeah.
Life will feel okay. I'm with you, girl.
It is strong to cry.
We are women. Hear us cry.
Yes. I think we should get t-shirts made.
Right? Not hear us when we are women, hear us roar. Hear us cry.
Hear us cry.
Hear us complain.
No longer being afraid.
Right? Love it.
Totally. So tell the people how they can work with you.
Yeah. So right now I'm really, really focused on my one-on-ones. So if you want like a super intimate way of working with me, which is what I really love the best, I have, my website is www.jademackenzie.com. I could put it in the comments. And there are places all over for you can book a 30-minute session with me, a clarity session. So we can talk about everything. And if nothing else, you get really clear clarity call on that call about your goals, what you want, what you're struggling with, we talk about, and how you can move forward. So you can start with that. And then I have one-on-one private, like very exclusive coaching from my peeps. And then in August, which this has not really been announced yet, but I'm launching a group program. So people can look out for that if they want like I love you. If they want like that group environment, and it's going to be like a total lifestyle kind of reboot, boot camp, like mind, body, soul type of thing, which is so exciting. And I'm pumped as shit. If you've seen me like testing out my detox, that's going to be a part of the group program, is like this 30-day detox from Arbonne, this amazing company. So right now, one-on-one, and then keep following me and look out for my group program launching soon. And I can't wait.
Hold on.
You can join my email newsletter to just be a part of my fam too. All free.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Hold on 1 second. Yeah.
Where are you taking us?
We're back.
And we're back. So yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome. My dog is so staring at me like, who the fuck are you talking to right now? Who's on the phone? Who is that?
Cool to say.
I love it. So yeah.
You can just say hi.
Hi.
You're not
Hi.
even on camera.
I can't see you. Hi, honey.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
You're good. That's awesome. You're cute.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay.
I'm only 5.
You're not 5.
Liar.
nonetheless, I am so glad that we were finally able to chat.
I know.
Yes.
Third time's a charm, people.
Woo! Woo!
Yay.
Awesome. So you can definitely post the link to your website in the comments, and
Beautiful.
we'll talk soon.
Yay. Rosie
Bye.
says
Thank you
bye.
so much.
Bye, honey. We'll talk soon.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.